Right. Well, I guess until we see Flynn Downs on the pitch, you're going to get asked about his fitness, so we might as well start with that. So, how is his progress and Shay's progress?
Yeah, Shay is back tomorrow. Flynn, we have decision making. He could be back tomorrow, and then maybe it might mean Saturday becomes a bit more problematic. So we'll make that decision in the next 24 hours. But yeah, nice to have Shay back. And if we have Flynn back for this one as well, it'll be nice. But very, very close. Breezy as well, very, very close. So the squad is looking really, really strong and really good and in a good place.
You're in the middle of a relentless spell, but you did make the point last week that you weren't sleeping well because of the excitement ahead of West Brom and also so many things going through your head. Did you manage to give yourself a little bit of a mental break at the weekend and actually just enjoy what happened Friday night a little bit and take some satisfaction from it?
Yeah, I enjoyed the performance so much. I enjoyed the result, obviously. I enjoyed the feeling of the energy of the team. I enjoyed the training the next day, the guys, how they were, because they knew they'd been. That took incredible courage and intensity to perform how they did against a team that had been so good at home, a team in such good form. So for the players to go and do that in the way they did after the disappointment on Tuesday was immense. And and I was excited about that game because I felt I'd missed too much of an opportunity on Tuesday to really drill some things home. So we had a really good discussion about it as a coaching staff and what was important for Friday, and the lads really, really delivered that beautifully. And so I was really, really proud. So yeah, I had a bit of time over the weekend with my kids at some point, but then your mind's on to this game. It's relentless. That's the job. That's the players' job. They need to recover as well as possible, and we need to maintain our energy to give them enough energy to make sure that we nail the things that we want to. And I thought that the changes we tried to make on Friday, the players handled so brilliantly and put on the pitch so brilliantly. So I was really grateful for that. And tomorrow is a different test, so there'll be some different things that we've had a look at and worked on, and hopefully they go and carry them out as well as they possibly can, and as they did on Friday, and then need it to be the game that we want it to be.
A bit of me was going to say how good it was to get that clean sheet up there without Flynn Downs, and I thought actually no, a better way of saying it is the improvement from Tuesday to Friday of Shay Charles and Will Smallbone and the change of where they played, and their understanding of that position is not an easy thing to play. So you must have been delighted because to see their improvement over 3 days in that way.
Yeah. I think like all we can ever ask for the players is we'll try and learn with them from the previous game, to analyse it properly, to then try and learn. And then we didn't have much time to practice, but when we did on the training pitch, we stressed some really key points in the video room, individually with them in their analysis. And we got two young men who Will had a full season last year, but his first full season here is the club he wants to be playing at, with big responsibility of what he has to do on the ball. Shay Charles the same, his first full season as a professional, senior player. And I think they've both been great. I think Shay, from Tuesday to Friday, was, after the disappointment he had at coming off at half time, to then do what he did on Friday was amazing. Would be great for him long term, and was great for us. And Will, playing in a bit of a different role. I've got so much admiration for Will and what he does with the team and how hard he works. And you show him a few bits from Tuesday night because it's not a role he's really, really used to. He's done it a few times. And Will just sort of does that moment where he like rolls his eyes and nods, and he understands what you want, and then he just goes and carries it out. So he's a brilliant learner, a brilliant young man. I think the club should be incredibly proud of Will and what he's achieving this season, what he's doing for the team in whatever role he plays. I think he's growing all the time. He's become such an important player for us. And sometimes, like I've said to you before, like a bit understated really, and people won't always realise what he brings. And but I think everyone here does, and I think hopefully people on the outside are starting to see that now as well. But he is a player's player, and I think when you're in a dressing room, they're always the best ones. Always the best ones are the people that the players really, really respect and know what they're going to get every single week from someone, and he's definitely that. And also, like, Jack Stevens came into the team in one of our toughest tests that we could have, really, after Tuesday, playing out of position, in certain moments of the game, and he was immense. Like, he was so good. The courage it took from him to be like that, the intensity, what he helped the team, because he's been frustrated not playing, and to then come in and do that was brilliant. And now we have decisions on our hands and problems, which are great problems, but they're problems that mean I do lose a little bit of sleep every now and again, because I care about the players. We all do, and they're not easy. And I said to the players this morning, I said, the hardest thing at the moment is to pick a team and to leave some of you out, because you could all be playing. And I genuinely mean that, and I genuinely think that and feel that. They've all contributed so much. To leave players out then becomes so difficult. It's the hardest part. But I hope they understand that we're always honest with them, and I hope they understand and respect that it's always to try and get the best result for that game, and that most of them are going to end up on the pitch at some point, because I think we use a lot of subs for that reason, because we trust them so much. So they're not going to like the decision, they're not going to like not playing, but hopefully they respect it, and so far they have, and they really support their teammates, and we're going to need that between now and the end of the season.
When we were at Hull, it provided one of the most exciting moments of the away season so far, with the late goal from Ryan. What are you expecting this time? Because they've changed a bit and added a bit since January.
Yeah, I think they've recruited really well. So they're very much growing and trying to be the team they want to be. They don't change approach hugely for every game, so they're really trying to keep building their style and identity. And I think Liam's done a great job. The club's put themselves on a really good footing in terms of the way they've recruited. And I think when you have a clear way of doing things, that helps recruit players for sure. So, big credit to Liam and what he's doing. And they're a good team. They caused us some problems in the first half, in particular in the away game. We've watched them. I think they've improved since then. They've definitely added quality to their squad. So I think we know what to expect. They'll watch us have the same feeling, know what to expect. There's two teams that I don't think will change for anyone. So it's going to be a really interesting game. It's going to be a different game to West Brom and Bristol City, and a very different game to what Millwall potentially may be. But we're looking forward to it at home. The energy at the stadium's amazing. I was talking to my uncle about it this morning, actually. And he said the difference between when he first came to now, he said he just loves it. Like, I think the club are going to get fed up with me soon, the amount of tickets I want for home games, the amount of people that enjoy feeling that energy and enjoy coming. And we enjoy being there. We have to make sure we maintain that. And I think it's a tough place to come. We need to be horrible to play against first and foremost. We need to make sure, like on Friday, we run, we're aggressive, we try and impose ourselves on the game. At Bristol, we just waited for too much, and we can't afford to make that mistake again.
And of course, you mentioned the home. 4 of the next 5 league matches are at home, starting with this. So this is a big time going towards that break. Forget the Leicester game. This is a big time to get to that point, knowing you can make a real imprint and put pressure all around you.
Yeah, to get promoted, we're going to need to be good away and at home, and I think we have been for a long time. But the home, the energy that we all feel there, and the form we've had there, and some of the results we've had there, and some of the moments, I think everyone turns up there now from inside here looking forward to it. And I hope people out on the outside who are coming to the games and supporting their team, they are looking forward to it as well. So the atmosphere's been great, the energy's been good. I think when you put the team on the pitch and they can perform how they perform, and the supporters who are so behind the team in the crowd, it's so strong. That's so powerful. For any opposition team to come, that makes it more difficult. So we have to keep trying to maintain that. But we're only ever going to keep maintaining that and keep winning by, first and foremost, being a team on the pitch that's runs more, wants to fight more, wants to run for each other. I don't think I can stress that enough, especially after Bristol. We didn't have that. So that's always going to be the most important thing. And then to have the courage to play with the ball how they do, that takes so much, and actually has become easier as the season's gone on, because I think the supporters understand what they're seeing, and I think they believe and have pride in what the players are doing. And of course there's going to be some moments where it gets a bit scary, but on the whole, everyone's stuck with that all the way through, and it's been brilliant to watch, and I hope we can continue to grow that.
Finally, from me, for a bit of fun, I was watching the Leeds game on Saturday, and Daniel Farke celebrated, and I thought, Tuesday we've got Liam Senior against Russell Martin. Both love to go with the fans after the game, so got to win Tuesday, so you can be the one on the pitch at the end.
Yeah, it's not in the forefront of my mind, but I had to watch that back in the Sky Studio on Friday. I didn't enjoy that one bit, but yeah, the more times we're doing that together, that means the team has been successful and we've won. So I hope to do that many, many more times here and away. And it's always just an appreciation of the support we get, really. I'll never ever take that for granted. I'll always be grateful for that. So I hope we can have a few more of those, or more than a few between now and the end of the season. But yeah, it's not about me. It's not about Liam. It's about the two teams and all the players that will go over the white line and onto the pitch, and then we will see what happens thereafter.
Matthew?
Cheers, John. So if I may, I wanted to ask quickly about Tony Mowbray first, away from the Saints, but he's obviously going to be away from work for sort of 6 or 8 weeks with illness. We'll be going to Birmingham in a couple of weeks, but I suppose just a message from him that everybody's behind him, I suppose.
Yeah, so we were just talking about it before we came in, actually, and Tony is genuinely someone I have so much admiration and respect for. The way he spoke to me before and after games when we've come up against each other. Obviously, his brother Darren works here. Just a really good guy. Just a really what the job he's done over so many years been amazing. But forget him being a football manager, just a really good guy. And I think everyone would probably echo those sentiments, the feeling that we have towards him as a coaching staff. So yeah, I really hope that whatever he has going on is he can recover quickly and get back to work quickly, because that means he would have recovered well and quickly. But yeah, our thoughts go out to him and his family, and send him nothing but love and best wishes. And yeah, hope to see him in the healthy and happy first and foremost, and then the touchline again very soon.
And if I may, how difficult is it to sort of pick the team this week, specifically when you've made a couple of changes on Friday, you've made specific changes to face the team, and the players who've come in have done really well. Obviously, the old adage is you're not going to change a winning team, but this is a different test. So how do you sort of assess the reward in those players who've come in and done well, and thinking what you might need on the night?
Yeah, I think it always has to be about what's best for this game now. So we might go the same again because it's the best for the team. We might change it if we do. It's because that's what we feel is best for the team. And I think we only ever sort of approach one game at a time. We maybe have a feeling that this one for this, but we're so focused on the West Brom game, we don't go into a huge amount of detail on Hull until after that, because, like I said, it is each game as it comes, really. So then we've watched Hull since, and we have an idea because of the previous game, and then we make a decision based on that. So we put all the balls in the bingo thing, and we turn it round and see what comes out, and that's how we pick the team. And then, no, but it is tough. It is, honestly, it's the toughest thing in the world to pick a team when you respect and love and care about the players so much because of what they're doing for you on the pitch, and then you have to leave some out, and it is tough. It's horrible, but it's the toughest part of the job. And whichever team we pick, I really trust them. The guys that are left out, I really trust them to still add value to their teammates, and hopefully if they're really annoyed, to come and speak to me and show their annoyance at me rather than their teammates, which tends to be the case. And then, yeah, the next game will be different. So Hull will be different to Millwall, what we need and what the team needs. So I think is the biggest bit for us is about trying to feel what the team needs for each game. Some days maybe we get it right, some days maybe we get it wrong. But I think we can be really flexible with the personnel we have and with the tactics as well, depending on the game situation, because of the quality and the amount of intelligence we have on the pitch, really, with the players and their understanding of things. So yeah, the hardest bit is to pick the team. It is genuinely is to keep them all in a place where they can really compete and help us win games.
I had a question today from a fan that I really liked. It was quite simple. It was just, what was your moment of the week last week? Something that made you smile and something you felt was quite powerful?
The set piece goal was nice. I enjoyed that. I think Brooksy scoring for us was a really brilliant moment. Seeing Joe Aribo back on the pitch, actually seeing Joe Aribo walk back in at Staplewood was probably the highlight of the week. Yeah, we missed him as a person on the pitch. He delivered such a brilliant performance as well when he come on. So yeah, I mean, Brooksy scoring was lovely. Joe Aribo coming back in the building was brilliant, and a set piece goal. So I don't know, one of them three I would expect. Well, I was seeing my kids on Saturday afternoon for the first time in a week. That was my highlight outside of football for sure.
Has Joe Aribo climbed straight back into training, picked up exactly where he left off?
Yeah, he's been amazing. Yeah, we've been surprised by it, actually, and we gave him a couple of days over the weekend because he needed that. He's been away. It's been intense, and he was brilliant on Friday night. But yeah, No, he's never been away. He's such a good character. I think the lads have enjoyed having him back for sure. Like honestly, even when he wasn't playing, like I said to you so many times, the value he adds as a character and a person is immense. And I don't think sometimes when you're not out, it's not like tangible. You can't ever underestimate that when you're in here. On the outside, sometimes people just don't see that, or they see a different perception of someone through the social media and all that stuff. Like Yanni B, I think always looks scary and really serious on the social media stuff the lads show me, because they're laughing at Yanni all the time when he just walks past these guys. But he's amazing as well. So yeah, to have Joe back has been brilliant, and he's looked like he's never been away. And we have some real flexibility with the midfield now and some different options, which are going to really help us.
Did you see that Crawley Town manager Scott Lindsay said he used a clip of you to inspire his players before they beat Forest?
I did, yeah. He messaged me, Scott, so I was really humbled by that and really grateful for that. That someone actually thought I spoke some sense at some point. So yeah, I messaged him after his game to say congratulations, because he messaged me to say he'd used it. Yeah, and I'm sure it didn't help him at all to win the game. I'm sure he'd done all of that. But yeah, the fact that someone would actually think that something I said would help him and his team to win a game of football is hugely humbling, I guess. Yeah, really is a nice thing to hear. So yeah, I'm grateful that he enjoyed it.
I just wanted to ask about Pan Larios, particularly. Is he back in the building doing his rehab?
He is, yeah. It's been lovely to have him back last few weeks. He looks good. He's building up nice and slowly now, but nicely. And we'll look to integrate him back into the squad fully in the next 3 to 4 weeks, really. And he's got a lot of work to do to get there. But yeah, it's nice to have him. We really like Juan, and we've been so disappointed for him. But the way he just responds to everything is amazing. He's just such a fighter, so much grit, so much resilience, and he's really attacking it. And he's like the guys have to hold him back a little bit because he's so desperate to be involved. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, if we can see him in a squad or on a pitch between now and the end of the season, I think it'd be a real bonus. I think the plan is to try and just keep him training and get him to a place where he can train full time every day, keep him fit, and then really build up for a really strong pre-season. So if we get anything other than that, in terms of him being on the pitch and playing some minutes, then I think it's a real positive for everyone, because he has such top talent, but he's just having to overcome a really tough point in his career at the moment.